Good morning, everybody. We are waking up to a rainy day here in Boston. Hopefully the microphone's working okay because it's kind of drizzling right now, but it's supposed to rain pretty much all day. We're here at the Hampton Inn, right down the street, basically maybe a mile away from MIT. The best part about this place, free parking, which is kind of rare around Boston, it looks like. But we're gonna get ready, we're waiting for Uber to pick us up, and then we're gonna head down to Harvard first, and then MIT, and then do the Freedom Trail, and then find Cheers, and do a little bit of everything that we can, even though it's raining, and just try to enjoy our day here in Boston, because the next place we're going to is Maine, so we gotta enjoy as much of Boston as we can. So come join me while we spend this rainy day together here in Boston, Massachusetts. And we're just going to take right now a look at Harvard and just give you a quick tour. Just had an amazing croissant sandwich here at Tati, something like that, bakery. Absolutely amazing sandwich. A little pricey, but well worth it. That's our breakfast. We're going to continue wandering around Harvard University before we head over to MIT and then, I believe, the Freedom Trail. So I will catch you in a little bit. I'm going to take you on a tour real quick of the campus and let's head out. Put my mask on and let's bounce. We're right now at the Harvard yard. It has the big old library behind me. I think this is some kind of cathedral or something. We're going to look at the front. Kind of looks like that. I'm just loving all this brick and all this, just the New England feel here in Boston. It's still raining. I tried to use the umbrella, but then kind of gave up on it for the moment because, well, the wind just kept on blowing it up and down, up and down. Yep, it says Harvard Memorial Church. It's this big place right behind me. So absolutely awesome looking church. I'm going to try to make it over to the law school before we head over to MIT and take a look at that place. But there's just a few people walking around stuff. Not too many, it's not crowded at all. Ooh, the Science Center. This is Quincy Street. Well, welcome to Harvard Law School. We finally made it. It is absolutely stunning of a campus. All this brick is just, it's really awesome. Not many people, probably because it's super windy. It's pouring down rain. My umbrella just keeps going in and out, so it's basically worthless right now. But we're going to continue enjoying Boston because we're only here for today. And we still have so many things to see. We're going to go see Fenway Park. We're going to see the Freedom Trail. We're going to go, right now, we're heading over to MIT because I got my bucket list marked off right now at Harvard Law School. By the time I get home tonight, I am going to be drenched. But the umbrella doesn't work. At least I got the raincoat on. But thanks for watching. We're going to continue on to MIT. I'll catch you in a few. So we made it to MIT, ladies and gentlemen. I finally made it. Home of Howard Wolowitz on Big Bang Theory. But lots of cool structures. I know it's a little loud here. It's still pouring. I'm soaking wet. Even with the raincoat, my legs, everything. But otherwise, we're enjoying the day here in Boston, even though it's a rainy day. There's so much different buildings, different themes and stuff like that. Really cool. Oh, look at this. This sign proving we're in MIT. It seems like MIT seems kind of like a little bit of a smaller campus compared to Harvard that we were just at. Not far of a walk either, thankfully, because that's what we did. Look at all these colors. Isn't that kind of cool? So we were able to make it to some of the foliage here in New England. Got some gorgeous colors even to the buildings and all the architecture and designs, and pretty cool little MIT right here. I'm gonna see what else there is. We're gonna head over to Fenway Park next. Let's catch our Uber and I'll see you over there. Well, we made it to Fenway Park. Short Uber drive from MIT over here. And normally this place would probably be really crowded, but I guess again because of the rain, we got it to ourselves today. And look at that. The famous statue you see on all the YouTube videos. I think it's like the oldest working baseball field in America, I believe. Something like that. But very, very cool. They're doing some construction right behind me, so sorry for the noise. Look at that. Say howdy. This is so cool. And it feels like we got the whole stadium to ourselves, which is really cool. Even though it's raining. Well, at least we got to say we saw Fenway Park up close and personal. Really cool, really cool. They're doing lots of construction around here, so it's quite noisy. But like I said, we got the whole baseball park to ourselves. No one really is around here except construction workers. And it's just really cool. And out of the whole stadium, this seems to be the most picturesque location with all the statues and the big sign that says, hey, we're in Fenway Park here in Boston. So we finished with the Red Sox Stadium, Fenway Park. We headed down over here to Boston Common, where they have the Robin Williams little bench from Good Will Hunting, I believe the movie was. A bunch of other things in the beginning of the Freedom Trail. Right here on Commonwealth Avenue, right here, there's this little park. It's just kind of one long stretch. Every so often there's these little monuments. This one's Alexander Hamilton, which I thought was really cool. Let's see if we get closer. Alexander Hamilton right there. Let's head on inside the park and give you a tour. So we made it here to the Visitor Information Center right behind me. This is the beginning of the Freedom Trail here in Boston Common Park. Basically, you just want to understand is, I think it's only like a mile or two, something like that, of a trail with history and everything. But you basically follow this little red trail. I don't know if you see it right there. It starts right here at the Visitor Center. You basically go from the Visitor Center behind me, follow this red line, and then it continues all the way here, all the way there, and basically all the way around until you end up over at Bunker Hill, I believe. So we're gonna make a little detour right down the street from right here, the Gold Building, the Massachusetts State House. We're going to continue on Beacon Street in the opposite direction just for a moment, and we're going to go over to the Cheers bar, basically where the show was basically based off. It's called something else, I forgot the name of it, we're going to find out when we get there. But there's two Cheers here in Boston. There's the one at Quincy Market, which is just for tourists basically. It's like a replica or whatever, but the one that's based off from the TV show Cheers is just right here on Beacon Street, down the street on the side of the Boston Common Park. So we're gonna head over there, then we're gonna get back on the trail and continue our sightseeing. I'll catch you over at Cheers. Well, we just finished eating a fantastic meal over at Cheers, or at least where Cheers is based off. Now, it didn't look like it does on the show on the inside, but they have lots of pictures and anything from the cast, and everything's cheersed up and really cool looking. Food was good. Now, if you want one that kind of looks like the actual set, apparently at Quincy Market is where the other Cheers is, that's more touristy. So that should be on our list. That's on our Freedom Trail. We're back at the state building over here where we left off, where we made a U-turn or a diversion, whatever, over to Cheers. So now we're back on the Freedom Trail, continuing our journey. We're here at the Granary Burial Ground, I think is how you pronounce it. Home of Paul Revere, home of Thomas Hancock, and Samuel Adams. Yes, the beer guy. Look at that. Very, very, very cool. It is pouring heavier than it has all day, and I'm already soaking wet. Like I said earlier, my umbrella's not even, I have it hooked up to my backpack, but the wind just was flipping it in and out, so I really didn't do much. This is very historic right here. A lot of famous people right here. Part of the Freedom Trail. Off to the next spot.
Where are we going? Left or straight?
Alright, Pat. Let's do. And you end up over here at the old City Hall, which is now Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, which is super funny. I don't know if it's open or not right now, but yeah, Old City Hall, or Ruth's Chris Steakhouse now. And I think it's a donkey. We're at the next stop at the Boston Irish Famine Memorial. We got the cool little statues right here. We got the Walgreens right behind us. And we got some more statues behind us. And a cool, we're gonna go over there in a second, but it looks like some kind of chapel or schoolhouse right there. It says Old South Meeting House. So we're gonna head over there and take some pictures in a second. But yeah, this is the next stop. White Nation Museum, the next location, March 5th, 1770. The site of the Boston Massacre. Okay, right here is Emma News, I guess. Right here in the major city. Get you back there, drinking the coffee. Next up, right here at Quincy Market, I think it's a big old food court. It has things like, I think Cheers is in here, and it's the more the touristy type Cheers, not the one we ate at, which is the one that the show is based off, but this one's more for, kind of looks like it. Like the other one didn't look like the actual Cheers inside, just on the outside. This one apparently is supposed to look like it. We're going to go inside Quincy Market, take a look, see what they have to offer. Cheers is in there. We're going to take a look at that. See if there's some shopping, maybe get a couple things. But it'd be nice just to get out of this rain. We are like super drenched. We still have the rest of this Freedom Trail to do. But yeah, let's go on in Quincy and Market and take a look. Well, unfortunately, we did find the Cheers here at Quincy Market, but I think August 2020, I think is what we read, it is closed. So thankfully we got to see the original Cheers on Beacon Street, but this Cheers It'd be closed here at Quincy Market, unfortunately. So we're gonna continue looking. I lost where the actual trail was, but somewhere around here. We're gonna head back on the trail and continue looking around on this rainy Boston day. On our way to the Paul Revere statue and house, we found these cool little swings. It's just super awesome. I want to sit on it, but it's soaking wet, and the only dry, well, not dry, but the only piece that's not soaking wet is my backside. At least my top backside. Yeah, no. Maybe another day. We're over here in Little Italy in Boston. You can hear the Italian music, the Italian vibe, all the Italian restaurants. Looks super cool. Now we wanted to go ahead and stop off at Mike's Pastries, I think it's called, for some of their known cannolis. I'm super excited for that. For some odd reason, it just started barely drizzling, so it got so much better. Sun's coming out. We stopped off at famous Mike's Pastries, got us those famous cannolis they're known for. Got me a chocolate chip one, super excited. We're gonna wait till we find a place to eat and then just dive into it. But we are kind of close to the Paul Revere statue and house, so we're just, our feet are soaking wet. It's like I'm walking in a swimming pool. But well worth it because it's been a great day, great company, and just overall it's been a great day regardless of the rain. It's a beautiful city, just so much to do and just very little time to do it in. So let's head over to the Paul Revere stuff and continue this journey. So we finally made it here to the Paul Revere statue right behind me. Now I have to say, this Freedom Trail, the little line that you follow, which is kind of right behind me, it's not, it doesn't just go perfectly. Sometimes it stops and then you have to find it again at the next location, so not the easiest. Thankfully I just knew kind of the sites I need to go see. But yeah, famous Paul Revere, and there's the statue right behind me. Very, very, very cool. Right behind all this cobblestone street, you got the Paul Revere house. Now today it's closed, of course. It's a weekday. I'm sure we passed the time must have closed earlier today. I'm not sure if it was even open today, but it is closed. But yeah, there's the Paul Revere house. And you get it always stands out here. We are gonna go head over to the next location, which I believe is over by Bunker Hill toward the end. And then I think we're gonna call it a day. With all the rain and we're like cold and soaking wet and everything, we're just, yeah, when you get dry. So let's go find Bunker Hill so we could end this wonderful day. We're crossing the bridge on Prince Street, leaving the main area, heading over to Bunker Hill. I think that's the monument in the background of me. Kind of loud, they're doing lot construction. But really awesome little area. You have the TD Garden, where they do the Boston Celtics, right behind me. That is so cool. I didn't even think about that. That wasn't even on my list to see things. So it was really cool to see that. Toward the evening now, we've been up since 7 o'clock this morning, wandering around town. Trying to see as many things as we can, as fast as we can. And Chrissy said the rain was ruining our box that the cannolis in. So go ahead and eat them. Look at that. Chocolate chip cannoli. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, I got some on 10. Holy crap, that is delicious. Best darn cannoli. I only had one bite. Nothing I've ever had. I don't have many to compare to, but holy mackerel.
It was worth the rain.
Christy said that's worth the rain and the soggy feet, shoes, or jackets. We're gonna spend some time at the laundromat when we get back to the hotel, try and dry everything we have. So I saw Bunker Hill from a little bit of a distance when we were crossing the bridge, so I'm gonna count that as I saw it instead of going all the way further down there to actually see it up close and personal. I still saw it, we're gonna count it. So that was the end of the Freedom Trail right there at Bunker Hill, at least for me. We're gonna head over to one of the malls by the hotel, just see if we get a better umbrella so this doesn't happen again. One that's hopefully stronger than the one I had that kept on going in and out as I walked just through all this wind. So that way we don't end up being soaking wet again. But it was an amazing, amazing trip here to Boston, Massachusetts. My first time. What a great first time. Rain, part of life. But thanks for watching. I hope I see you next time over in Maine. Catch you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe right there on the bottom. Take care.